Well, Eric and Riley, indeed, this debate focused on the issues facing the 13th Congressional District, all in a very close race that could determine the balance of power in our nation's capital. A handshake marking the end of what was a relatively civil, live televised debate featuring the candidates for California's 13th Congressional District. Republican incumbent Congressmember John Duarte going head-to-head against challenger Democratic former Assemblymember Adam Gray.
Good evening to you. I'm Nikki Lorenzo.
Moderated by Inside California Politics co-host and Fox 40 Sacramento anchor Nikki Lorenzo and Fresno CBS 47 anchor Brian Dorman, the debate took place just days before voters officially decide which of these candidates should go to Congress to represent a district that includes large parts of the Central Valley, including all of Merced County and the cities of Madera and Modesto. One of the key issues facing the district, affordable housing and the cost of living, all part of the larger issue of the economy.
We've got to get the economy going. We've got to get gas taxes down. We've got to get food prices down. We've got to get the economy going again to where we make better jobs, because California and particularly the Central Valley are great places to create better jobs.
The biggest problem with the federal government is inaction. You know, Congressman Duarte and this current Congress serving America has been one of the most unproductive, if not the most unproductive Congresses in U.S. history, missing the opportunity to make key investments that create job growth.
Immigration reform was a major topic during this debate. It's a relevant issue for the district that's home to a majority Hispanic population.
You're one of the few Republicans who says amnesty with a smile. So does that mean you would support amnesty for all people illegally in the country right now? You have 60 seconds.
I would support amnesty for the families who've been living here, working here for more than 5 years and living in the shadows, but otherwise legal. Not breaking the law and working here in America and keeping our economy going.
I think we need to get people in office that are actually going to both secure the border and give us a pathway to citizenship for legal families already here.
On abortion?
I am pro-choice, and I'm the most moderate Republican in Congress. I believe a woman's abortion decisions are between her and her doctor.
If a vote came up in Congress to codify Roe v. Wade, how would you vote?
I would look at it.
I think it's insulting to every voter in this district that John wants to portray himself as pro-choice, but yet won't commit to codifying Roe v. Wade.
Are there any limits you support?
Again, doctor and a woman will make the reproductive health care choices that are medically appropriate, and that's where we need to leave it.
As for who they're backing in the race for the White House?
I've endorsed Donald Trump for president. I do support him for president. And I want working families here in the Central Valley to know help is on the way, and these mistakes we've been making, we can stop making them, and we can bring America back to greatness.
It is embarrassing that we continue to have members of the U.S. Congress on the Republican side who claim to be moderates or try to mislead us into saying they're moderates, but continue to support the right wing and this just absolutely divisive rhetoric that continues to plague the nightly news.
All of it a rematch of the 2022 election when Duarte narrowly defeated Gray by just 564 votes. Fast forward to this election cycle, the outcome of this race could determine which party takes control of the U.S. House of Representatives.
We're not going to put up with members of Congress on either side of the aisle that continue to support this dysfunction and spend more time fighting than they do working.
I'm going to keep fighting for the Valley. I'm going to keep improving lives in the Valley, and I think I'll continue to be the congressman.
And there was so much more that was covered in this debate, everything from high-speed rail to the Israel-Hamas war. If you'd like to watch the full debate, simply head to our website, fox40.com. In studio covering local news that matters, Eitan Wallace, Fox 40 News.